crossbows with some hunting tips, and today we're going to be shooting the Crossman Shockwave air rifle. Puts pellets out at 1200 feet per second, they say. It comes with this black polymer stock. I just picked this one up at Cabela's the other day, and these will be the first shots fired through it. Comes with a 4x32 scope. The crosshairs are very fine. I like that. You can get you can see your target really well. And I'm going to be using two types of pellets. I've got the Gammo red points. I don't know how well you can see those, but they have a polymer center and tip, and they are basically an aluminum alloy, I believe, and they're supposed to be highly accurate and better penetration. I also have the Crossman Premier pointed, and we're going to see which the gun prefers, because guns do prefer different ammunition, and see what kind of groups we can get. I'm going to be shooting at 10 yards and at 25 yards. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fire a few rounds through this gun, get it broken in a little bit, and see what kind of a group I can get before I put them on film, and also fine-tune this scope. At Cabela's, they put it on for me, and he did bore sight it at 25 yards, but bore sighting is not always perfect. It's usually out by a bit. You have to do some fine-tuning. But let's get to doing some shooting and see how this gun performs. Well, let's get a few of them shots fired. This is a single shot, break barrel, as you can see. Safety on. There's that action. These are the Gammo red tips I'm firing. They fit very snug. Want to make sure your pellet's in there flush and flat. This is my first group. You can see I had a bit of a flyer over here. I got three pretty much right on this black dot, like size of a dime. This is all at 10 yards. And this one here I had a little bit of a flyer. I'm using my just my tripod. These were with the Crossman Premier pointed 177 caliber. But yeah, not a bad little group. This is at 10 yards. This is pretty much right on. These ones up here, I was doing some sighting and running a few pellets through. These in this area were the Crossman. And I have some Gammo red points. But as you can see, my scope was bore sighted at 25 yards, and it was shooting high and left. So I brought it over and I brought it down to where the Gammos are actually shooting about an inch high at 10 yards. But the Crossmen are shooting right on at 10 yards. So when you're sighting in, make sure you check out your ammo and your pellets. In this video I'm going to be shooting the Gammo red points. We're going to be shooting at this center target and see what kind of a group we got. I just printed these targets off on my printer, downloaded them off the internet. But I'm going to be shooting at this center one. Let's see what we can do. Well, that's a pretty respectable group. I was aiming down here because I said my scope is a little high with these gamos. As you can see, I can cover that with my thumb or my finger. Probably the size of a dime. That's at 10 yards. I'm going to try some at 25 yards here shortly. Stick with me. Well, as you can see, the Crossman pointed, not as tight a group. When they say that the gamo do give you a tighter group, it's quite obvious. The Crossman, I might add a couple flyers here, but again, I could cover all of the shots with the tip of my finger on the other one. These are probably in the size of a loony at 10 yards. But we'll try it all out at 25 yards and see. The difference in cost of these pellets is quite phenomenal. 150 rounds of the gamo for about $12 and 500 rounds of the Crossman pointed for $10. So if you're looking to save money, you can use the Crossman lead pellets, but as you can see, the group's not quite as tight. But I did get a better group when I was sighting in with it. This could be me. I'm just shooting off my tripod, a little bit of movement, having some flyers. Well, that's not too bad. That's with the gamo red tips. This little centerpiece here, right here, that's about the size of a diamond. I got 3 in there. These 2 were a couple of wingers. I think that was me more pulling the shot. I wanted to get out to 25 yards. This is only at 20. It was about as far back as I wanted to go in the snow, and then to get the camera set up. Gets a little deep out there. But yeah, it's shooting well with the gamo ammo. I did have to resight the scope as I was shooting way high at the 20-yard mark compared to the 10. And that's probably got to do with the parallax of the cross line when you're with a scope in a barrel. But now we're going to try some of the Imperial Crossman pointed rounds, and we'll see what kind of a group we can get on them at 20 yards. Well, as you can see, the grouping of the gamo is much better. The Crossman's kind of all over here. We got like a 2-inch spread, and I took 5 shots, and I'm not even sure where the 5th one hit, unless it keyholed this one, but I don't think it did. I think it hit way over here. I don't even you can see that in the camera. A winger. But I am shooting off a tripod, and I'm not a professional marksman, but I've been hunting for over 40 years, so you can see my group at the bottom wasn't too bad. But yeah, these Crossman pellets, The gun just doesn't seem to like them as much. I guess you get what you pay for. The Gamo is, like I said, 150 rounds for around $12, where the Crossmans you can buy 500 rounds for $10. So I guess you do get what you pay for a lot. I know Gamo has another blue-tipped pellet out, and I will pick up some of them. They're even more expensive, and they're supposed to be more accurate and have more punch. Hope you enjoyed this. Well, there you have it. A little review on the Crossman Shockwave. I'll show you some of the other things on this gun. The safety is just in front of the trigger here. Pull that back, and it's unsafe. Push it forward. Just the double trigger mechanism for safety and that. It does come with a illuminated sight on the front. Very nice adjustable sight on the back. Adjusted side to side and up and down. If you like open sights. I do like this scope, as I said. The hairs are quite fine in it. Easy to see your target. To focus, you just twist the back in or out, and then lock it with the lock nut right here. But as for accuracy, as we can see, the Gamo pellets, as they claim, were far more accurate. And the Crossman lead pellets, the cheaper pellet, of course, a little all over. He gets a lot of flyers and wingers with those ones. So I think my choice is made. I'll be spending the extra and picking up the Gamo, because when I get to hunting with this, we do have prairie chickens in the backyard, rabbits, squirrels, and of course I'm going to use it for pest control too. Mice and rats that are hanging around the shop. We'll see what we can do. I'll make some videos of that too. I also am going to do another video. I have created a mount for the scope to hold my phone, so we can record right through the phone. It's going to take a little practice though, because then I have to actually look at the phone to make my shot instead of holding a gun like you usually do. But I hope you enjoyed this. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more events coming. That backstop I was using for the pellets was a homemade crossbow bag that I made, and I'm going to make a video on how to make one of those. Very inexpensive. Hunting doesn't have to be expensive. You don't have to spend phenomenal amounts of money at the stores to be a good hunter and make good shots. You can make a lot of this stuff at home very cheaply. I'm going to make some videos on scent kill too. Stay tuned, keep checking back, subscribe so you don't miss a video. We'll see you all soon.